actual pharmacist here? Your boss?
I am the pharmacist.
No, I mean the owner, the person in charge.
That's me. I own this pharmacy.
Huh. Okay, sure. I need to see your credentials. Now.
I don't have to show you anything. You need to leave.
Wrong answer. You're making this very difficult for yourself.
The first thing he said wasn't a question, it was a challenge. Standing there in the doorway like he owned the place, hand resting a little too close to his belt, eyes already narrowed. Is the real pharmacist here the person actually in charge? Marcus Hale didn't look up right away. He finished counting the pills, slid the bottle into the tray, and only then raised his head. Calm voice, steady hands. You're looking at him. I own this pharmacy. The officer blinked, just for half a second. That cause said everything. The calculation, the disbelief, the unspoken thought, you don't look like what I expected. Yeah? Then I'll need to see your credentials, right now. And just like that, a normal Tuesday afternoon cracked open into something else entirely. This didn't start with sirens or shouting. It started with that look. If you've ever been underestimated, dismissed, or quietly sized up by someone who already decided who you are before you spoke, you know that look. Marcus knew it too. He'd seen it his whole life. But this time, it happened in his building, behind his counter, in the business he built from nothing. Marcus Hale wasn't some kid pretending to run a shop. He was a doctor of pharmacy, 12 years in the field, board certified, hospital trained. He left a comfortable job at a major medical center to open a small community pharmacy on the east side of Riverton, the same neighborhood he grew up in, the same streets everyone else ran from. He served seniors on fixed incomes, accepted state insurance most pharmacies rejected, delivered meds himself when patients couldn't walk. He didn't do it for headlines, he did it because no one else would. And that's what makes what happened next burn so much worse. The officer's name was Evan Cole, mid-30s, 9 years on the force. Known around the neighborhood, not in a good way. He had a habit of checking in on black-owned businesses, slowing his cruiser, staring a little too long, asking questions no one else got asked. Complaints followed him like a shadow. None ever stuck. They never do, until one day they do. That afternoon, the pharmacy was quiet. A couple customers waiting, a tech at the register, a student intern restocking shelves, security cameras humming quietly overhead. When Cole walked in, the room felt it. You could feel shoulders tense. Marcus saw his tech's hand drift toward her phone. That wasn't paranoia, that was training. Cole stepped closer to the counter. We got a report, suspicious activity, controlled substances being handed out irregularly. Marcus didn't raise his voice. He didn't flinch. From who? That's not your concern. It is if you're asking for protected medical records. Those require a warrant, a subpoena, or board authorization. Cole leaned forward. I don't need a warrant. This is an investigation. And there it was, that word, investigation. Vague, heavy, convenient. Marcus pointed to the wall. My license is posted. State law requires inspections go through the pharmacy board. I'm happy to cooperate through proper channels. Cole scoffed. You people always got an excuse. Marcus met his eyes. What people? Silence. Then colder. Business owners who think they're above the law. No, Marcus said softly. Business owners who know it. The officer's jaw tightened. He demanded Marcus step out from behind the counter. Marcus refused. This wasn't ego, this was protocol. The back area held medications, patient records, restricted inventory. Letting an unauthorized officer wander back there was illegal. He explained that, calmly, clearly, on camera. A woman in the waiting area stood up, 70 years old, cane in hand. Officer, this man takes care of us. He's helped my husband more than once. Cole snapped. Ma'am, sit down. Another customer spoke up. I've never seen anything shady here except you. Everyone stay out of this, Cole barked, stepping around the counter. That's when Marcus moved. Not aggressively, not threateningly. He just shifted sideways, blocking the entrance. You can't go back there. Cole reached for his cuffs. Let's pause right there, because this moment, this exact moment, is where most people break, where fear takes over, where compliance feels safer than dignity, where you think, just let it go, survive it, deal with it later. Marcus didn't. Not because he was brave, but because he was prepared. 8 months earlier, the same officer had come in asking similar questions. Marcus had started documenting everything, Cameras, logs, an attorney on retainer, a silent alarm under the counter, not for robberies, but for wrongful detention. When the cuffs snapped shut, Marcus didn't yell. He didn't resist. He said one sentence, clearly, slowly, like he'd practiced it. "I am invoking my right to legal counsel." His tech pressed the button. The alarm hit 2 places at once: police dispatch, flagged as an internal misconduct code, and a civil rights attorney's office across town. Timestamps don't lie. Neither do cameras. Cole smirked. "You think knowing some legal words scares me?" Marcus replied evenly, "I know state inspection law, federal health privacy regulations, and I know your badge number, and I know every word here is being recorded." The room filled with voices, customers describing months of harassment, the intern explaining prior encounters, phones out, videos rolling, reality stacking up layer by layer. Cole's body camera? Off. Policy violation. Another brick in the wall. 23 minutes passed before a supervisor arrived. He watched the footage, checked dispatch, no report, no tip, no justification, license valid, records clean, business compliant. He removed the cuffs himself, apologized on behalf of the department, sent Cole back to the station on desk duty. Marcus rubbed his wrists, red marks already forming. His first words weren't angry. They weren't triumphant. They were quiet. Is anyone's prescription delayed? But the story didn't stop there, because someone had already posted the video, and the internet did what it does best: amplify truth faster than institutions can bury it. Within hours, millions had seen it. Comments poured in, pharmacists saying they'd never been questioned once in decades, and they were white. Patients sharing stories of Marcus delivering meds late at night. The phrase, "justice for Marcus," trended. Local news, national news, pressure mounted. 3 days later, Cole made his worst decision. He filed a counter-complaint accusing Marcus of assault. That lie cracked everything open. Discovery revealed the pattern: 11 complaints, 8 involving black civilians, internal emails acknowledging issues with that pharmacy, no discipline, ever. The city tried to settle quietly. Marcus refused. This isn't about money, it's about accountability. When the case finally closed, the numbers shocked everyone. Millions. Career over. Badge gone. Mandatory training written into policy. A permanent injunction. No criminal charges, because intent is hard to prove, but consequences, finally, real ones. At the press conference months later, Marcus stood outside his pharmacy. Same spot, same doors. He didn't sound victorious. He sounded tired. "I had degrees, cameras, a lawyer, and it still happened. Imagine the people who don't." That's the part that stays with you. This wasn't a fairy tale. This was a warning. Justice didn't come because the system worked. It came because it failed publicly. So here's the question, and don't answer it lightly. Do we want a world where dignity requires documentation, where belonging needs proof, where someone has to go viral to be believed? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should officer complaint histories be public? Should accountability come before the damage is done? If you've ever been judged, underestimated, or pushed aside, say something, because silence is the only thing that lets this happen again. And if stories like this matter to you, you already know what to do.